shot a little bit better. No more cell phone off the screen. But I couldn't buy that Hitman collection. It was way too shit. And I was so fucking shocked by it. I just had to show you guys the PlayStation Store footage. But today I've got a Darksiders 3 video. I want to talk about this game because I kind of have this weird. I don't know what it is with this series. Like, it's clunky, it's a mess, it doesn't look the best, it doesn't play that well. And yet I keep playing these games. I had them on PS3, I rebought them on PS4, now I just got the third one, and it kind of sucks, but it's also kind of fun. So I'm going to show you guys the first, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. We'll go through it, I'll show you guys the graphics, the gameplay, we'll talk about the story a little bit. And I'll just show this game off because I feel like, one, this game isn't really getting a lot of like news and press. I mean, it's been out for like, almost 4 months now. I feel like everybody's forgotten about it. But the price has dropped. You can get it pretty cheap. I figure now is the best time for you to probably pick it up. So that being said, I'll show you a bit about this game. Like I said, I played the previous two, so I have a bit of context in terms of gameplay and story and stuff. So here we go. So we'll jump in. I'm about 4.5 hours in. Around the halfway point. They say this game is about 15 hours. You could probably do it in about 10. But just to avoid spoilers and any of that kind of stuff, we'll start a new game. Like I said, I'll show you the first 10 minutes. So we'll go down here. You have your difficulty options. I've got to be honest too, this game is really, really difficult. So I would either do one of these two. Because even on story, I mean, there are enemies that can one-shot you almost. So we'll do balanced for the sake of this video, just to kind of show you what most people are going to be playing on. Here you have your classic and your default. The default, so this game basically, in a nutshell, is trying to be Dark Souls and Bloodborne. I would say more Bloodborne than Dark Souls, but I mean, they're both pretty similar. The first game was trying to be Zelda, the second game was trying to be Diablo, this is trying to be Bloodborne. I haven't tried the combat system out on this, and I don't want to. Like I said, this game's already hard enough, and I prefer just the more hack and slash gameplay of a Darksiders game, so we'll go with the classic. We're going to be treated to some really boring fucking cutscenes, so I'm going to talk over them. I'm going to skip most of them, to be honest. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. I just want to show you the gameplay and kind of talk about it. Basically, this cutscene is just summing up who the four horsemen are, what the story is so far. But what kind of sucks about this cutscene is that it's narrated by this shitty, boring, drab voice actor. It sucks, it's not shown off that well, and it's really boring. So, we're gonna skip it. It's a horrible intro. Like, if this was your first Darksiders game, already you'd probably be turned off to it. Here we get a cutscene. This is Fury. This is the horseman you play as. The other ones are War, Death, and I think Strafe or Strive or something.
I would have let
I
War
don't know.
separate
But
my head from my neck then.
this is Fury. Don't know where the fuck she is. Never
Is it
explained.
possible to die of boredom?
We'll skip this because, again, it's pretty boring. This one we'll skip because it's spoilers for Darksiders 1. But it's basically, the story of this game is that Fury is sent to Earth, which is having an apocalypse right now because of War, who's another horseman from the first game. The task in this game is to kill the 7 deadly sins, and by doing this, apparently you can bring balance back to the world. I don't know how that's the fucking case, because as you're about to see, the world's pretty fucked. I don't know why we're bringing balance to something that's already gone, but who knows. We'll skip to this too. This is you just kind of being introduced. This is the graphics in this game, and they are pretty hit and miss. Some of the lighting looks alright, how it's reflected off the buildings with the shadows. But other lighting, like this little sunlight coming through, it looks like something out of Fallout 76. It doesn't look good. Fury herself looks alright, the hair looks decent, the armor looks okay. But what you'll notice when you walk up to textures and really look at them is they're just blurry. Like, it looks like a late 2012 game, 2013 game. If someone said this was on PS3 and it was like slightly upscaled for PS4, I totally believe them. Like, it just, in my opinion, does not look that good. So we'll fight some enemies here. The enemies right here. Now this game really wants you to lock on, because it really wants you to dodge enemies in this game since you take a lot of damage. So these are souls. When you beat an enemy, you get souls. It's the currency in this game. Think Dark Souls exactly. You get the souls, you die, you lose them all. you bring them to the store to upgrade. It's the same exact thing, only less fun in this game. So yeah, you'll notice the combat kind of like hack and slash. Now this is the classic mode, so I'm not sure how much more it would have been on the methodical one, where you really have to be doing things properly. We'll fight some more enemies over here. Those guys are a little bit more tough, and you definitely need to dodge them. We'll go fight some more.
Fury.
But yeah, the game just, it's just not satisfying, honestly. Like, and I want you to dodge around, but when you have like a bunch of enemies like this on the screen, shit, it's definitely hard to do. You know, I felt like in Bloodborne, you know, the enemies were a lot more spread out and kind of well placed. Here it just seems random. And I don't know. This game, to me, from a gameplay like standpoint, it definitely feels like less refined Dark Souls. Like that's honestly like the best thing I can say about the gameplay. It's okay, but it's not that great. Now the jumping in this game, this is terrible. When I first climbed this, I had such a hard time because the jumping just feels like shit. I've been playing it for a while, so it doesn't look bad when I'm doing it right now, but it's so unsatisfying. I remember the jumping being way better than the previous two games. And considering how much platforming you do in this game, it's not good. This is the game's new mechanic. She can swing off of things with her whip. This is also clunky as fuck. Sometimes the little indicator there doesn't appear. And the problem with the indicator is it's like in a circle shape, but it's actually square to grab on and whip yourself across. And if you fall, you don't die, but you lose a large chunk of health, so you really don't want to fall. But here we go, we'll do the first boss, and then after that I'll probably end it. Like I said, I just want to show you guys a little taste of the game, and you guys can base your own judgments off of it. But I'll let you listen to like a few seconds of the voice acting so you can hear it.
Mistress.
Adorable. Build a house of sticks during the end of the world. Where exactly do we go from here, Watcher?
I know not but what the Council commands, Mistress. The quest for the Seven begins here.
So that's the voice acting. Not too special. It's okay. Mark Hamill, I think, is back as the merchant. He's probably the best thing about this game. Everyone else kind of sucks, to be honest. It's funny though, Fury originally was supposed to be British. I'm so glad she's not. It was so corny in the first trailer when she was. The voice acting here is definitely a lot better. But her as a character just isn't that great, and neither is the Watcher. And we'll fight this boss real quick. So it's funny, this boss is all about jumping. Which is funny because the jumping in this game fucking sucks, and the first boss, you're supposed to be jumping. So that's what you really want to do when I just did right there, where it goes in slow-mo. When you do that, you do a special attack, and you can usually stun enemies. See, now this is why this boss fight sucks. So basically, she's doing a charging move right now. You need to hurry your ass over and jump and slash her down. But again, the jumping doesn't feel too good. The rope swinging doesn't feel too good. So this boss fight just... it's boring, it's not well done in my opinion, and it's... oh shit, see I fucked up. It's teaching you the mechanics of jumping and latching on the things from watch. I'm probably not going to make it in time, and you'll just see the punishment if you just did what I did. If it hits me. Yeah, look at my health! Look at that! Like, Jesus Christ, I know I fucked up, but like, for real? So we'll go back up, and like I said, I'm not trying to be like an expert or a know-it-all. You know, I'm okay at the game. I actually did another recording of this where I fucked up, but I was doing a lot better, so this is slightly embarrassing. So we'll knock her down, beat the shit out of her. She's gonna jump down, you jump over, you teleport, jump down again, jump over. So you want to do what I just did there. You want to do the slow-mo moves, because when you do that, you'll be able to get more attacks in. But then shit like this happens where you just feel like you're overwhelmed, you can't really do anything. So this is the final part of the boss fight. She'll knock us down again. And again, we'll have to jump around and fight her. Like I said, it's a pretty boring boss fight. Some of the other ones I fought, like I've done about 4 out of the 7 Deadly Sins. They've been okay. Some have been better than others. One of them came out of nowhere and was like, I didn't even know I was fighting one of the Deadly Sins, to be honest. So we'll knock her down again. Hopefully this will be the last time we have to knock her down. She'll jump down again. We'll jump over. She'll jump down again. And we beat her. Like I said, it's funny too because the boss fights aren't that hard in this game. You know, most of the boss fights I've done in my first try. It's really the enemies in between that suck and that make the game really frustrating. So, you know, the boss fights, you get these big, epic, you know, you have like the crazy music and this giant, overwhelming boss. You're not really going to find that in this game. You're going to find bosses like this. And the coolest part is the enemies in between, and the hardest part is the enemies in between.
Mistress.
Other than that, there's not much to say about the game. I mean, visually, it looks okay. Some things look good, some things don't, some things look in between. You know, in terms of the story, nothing's really happened. I'm about 4.5 hours in, and, you know, I've just been fighting the Deadly Sins. Like, nothing's really changed. The voice acting is okay. Some voice actors in this are good, some aren't so good, some are, you know, in the middle. The music is pretty shit, to be honest. When a boss fight's going on, it's never really epic or it's like this grandeur soundtrack. It's just really boring. And the gameplay, I mean, the gameplay's okay. Like, you know, it's a hack and slash if you want it to be, and it can be like a Dark Souls game if you want it to be, but at the end of the day, like with Darksiders 1 and 2, it's clunky, it's unrefined, and it's not well done. And, I mean, that's the best thing I can say about this game. Other than that, I mean, my only other real complaint is that there's no map in this game, which is a huge, huge problem, because what this game does is it has an open world, and a lot of the areas are blocked off, and you have to come back when you have more ability to go through them. So there'll be spider webs, there'll be these purple walls that you can't break. And so the game wants you to come back later on, but the issue is that there's never a map, so you never know where to go, you never remember where the secret areas are, and you literally have to go from the start of this world that I'm in right now back to where you're at to find all those secrets over and over and over again. Because you can't place markers and you can't look at a map. I think that's the game's biggest problem, and for me it would be the biggest deal breaker because it's just really annoying. And this right up here, you can see on the top, the little compass thing that shows you where the next Deadly Sin is. Again, you would think, oh, open world, okay, so I get to pick and choose what sin I want to fight, I can do them in any order. No, you can't. This next sin right here is the one that we have to fight. And once we beat him, it'll put one more skull up. That'll be another sin we have to fight. There's never a choice, there's never an option. And like I said, you can go to some of the secret areas before you're supposed to go to them, but nothing really happens. So, yeah, this game, and you'll see right here too, like this game, the menu system, first of all, it's not that well done, but it gives you these different menus, like you have a lot of options, but you really don't. And even the combo system here, I mean, there's some stuff you can do, but like this isn't really a whole lot. I mean, like the first like 5 combos are square, 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 square. The other ones are hold square, and then delay it. Like, you know, so it's really not that in depth. Like I said, maybe if I had shown the other version, I chose it, it would have been different. But I don't know. So that's what I thought on this game. There's really not much else to show. If you like Darksiders 1 and 2, you'll probably like this one. If you didn't like those two, you're definitely not going to like this one. If you like Bloodborne or Dark Souls, I mean, you might like this one. I'm going to say probably not, because like I said, like there are better games that do it well. You know, this game just does not do it well. And it's a shame for a series that likes to copy others. It's always an inferior version, and I don't know why they keep trying to do it. This game was full price, so in Canada that was $80. Thank God it's price dropped. This game is not $80 worth. It's funny, it's a budget game that they wanted full price for, and I think that's why I'm so negative on it, is because, you know, this game should have been $40 at launch, maybe $50. Like I said, here in Canada it was $80, in the States it was $60. That's way too much for this game. I paid $45 for it used, and in my opinion, that was too much. If you can, 30 to 40 bucks, new or used, would be the sweet spot. That's what I would pay. Um, and yeah, like I said, it's a fun game in some ways, but it's so clunky and frustrating at times. And I don't know, like I said, I have a soft spot for this series. I bitch about it all the time, and yet I keep playing them. Even now, I bitch about this game in most of this video. But yet I'm still playing it, and I'm still looking forward to playing it. So it's this weird thing, it doesn't play well, but there's just something about it that keeps like bringing me back to play. So like I said, 30, 40 bucks. If you're interested, pick it up. Do not play this game first. Play Darksiders 1, then 2, then 3. The first two you can get on PS4 for 20 bucks each. I would do that and then try this out. But yeah, there's not much else to say about this game. So I hope you liked the video. I think it turned out okay. I don't know. I definitely fucked up my wording here and there, but it'll get better. And yeah, next video will probably be Kingdom Hearts. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hey, did you call? I'm sorry, I was making a video and you were calling. What? No. I was. Were you actually? No, I disabled it so I couldn't see the comments, so it wouldn't be in the video, so it wouldn't take up the screen. What? No, you would have thrown me off, honestly. If I had seen those comments, it would have told me. Because while I'm streaming the video, I'm trying to make it like an actual normal YouTube video, and not a stream. Like, I will make streaming videos, but that wasn't supposed to be a stream. That's the only way to do it where your voice is also recorded, is to stream it. But I'm saving it as, if you, why, I could put, yeah, I could probably do the party by myself and then do it. But the one time I tried to do it, it didn't work, so I'll have to try and maybe I had a setting turned off or something. So that's why I was broadcasting it, not to stream, because I know nobody's going to fucking watch it at this time of the day. But it was to save the video so my audio would also pop up. Besides, I thought you were working. You were watching my videos? Oh, I might be making... How did you know I was making a video? I might be making a Kingdom Hearts one in a little bit, maybe in like a half an hour or so. But you haven't played it. Well, you haven't. You don't know anything about the series, though. I feel like we need to. I feel like we need to pick out a game that we've both beaten, like Resident Evil 2, or like, which isn't working. Oh, he was cooking there. Yeah. Yeah, no, I can. We'll see. But alright, I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye bye.